stunning people, it's Beane, and welcome back to the Salt Lick Sessions. Today's band measures their love of music in buckets of sweat, and they have plenty of both to give. Buckle up, this episode is so much fun. Woohoo! This is Old Crow Medicine Show.
1, 2, 3, 4. And it pass it around. Well, mighty, mighty pleased, and my puppy's going squeezing. Yeah! Doggy white lightning. Well, the dreaming revenuers too, searching for a place where it lay his fruit. They were looking, trying to book it, but my puppy kept on cooking. Oh, white lightning. Buzzed out and my face turned blue. Well, I started flashing up and started crashing. Yeah! Oh, Lordy, white lightning. Well, the teaming revenuers too, searching for a place where it made us through. They were looking, trying to book it, but my pappy kept on cooking. Yeah! Oh, white lightning. When it hit the well, mighty pleased, and my puppy's going squeezing. Yeah, oh, good God, white lightning. Well, the teaming revenuers too, searching for a place where it made its fruit. They were looking, trying to book it, but my puppy kept on cooking. Oh, white lightning.
Hey, Ketch.
Hey.
Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been such a joy to hear you and the band and kind of get a little up-close personal feel into what you do.
Well, it's been exhilarating for us, as you could see.
Yeah, we definitely could see that. I think that the sweat is a measure of the commitment to the craft, you know?
Yeah, I'd love to see that kind of on a ratio there.
Right. The amount of sweat that you exude to how much you care. That could be a cool chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you guys would be in the upper quartile for sure.
Buckets.
Yeah, all the way. I'd love to talk about the band and how it formed, how you all met each other. Give me the origin story.
Well, it started in the 7th grade when me and Critter started this, kind of a friendship that resulted in all this music blossoming out of our love and companionship for one another, and we played in this little town that we both grew up in, Virginia, and Curtis from Texas, and I had lived in 4 other states, and I've learned to play the banjo in the clawhammer tradition in high school in New Hampshire, and that was sort of a fork in the road as I learned how to play, this deep traditional music. Then Critter learned how to play, fingerstyle blues guitar, like some of the great Virginia players, like Nat Reese and others, and we sort of had this love for folklore that was kind of unusual. We also loved Nirvana, and I was from the 80s, so I loved Michael Jackson. So somehow all these things interwoven to make us want to go out on the street corner and play for the hat. And being buskers as we were, that's really where we learned how to entertain. Mm-hmm. And we busked in Quebec and New Brunswick and a lot in Canada because they got a $2 coin over there. It's easier to toss, double your money. And all that was before I was 19 and started Old Crow Medicine Show.
You say you learned these instruments. How did you learn? Was it in a school setting? Was it just kind of passed down generation to generation?
No, neither Critter or I were part of a, part of the passing of the, the inheritance of the music from any sort of direct lineage. We were both sort of like, I think about, bands like the New Lost City Ramblers or Pete Seeger, who found something of themselves in the music that felt close as kin, and were kind of bystanders to the, the legacy and joined. That's how it was for me, and really for all the guys in Old Crow, because none of us were, from the hills and hollers. We were all from middle class. We listened to Michael Jackson and Nirvana.
Yeah, right. So you say that you started Old Crow Medicine Show when you were 19. How did the recruitment process go for the band?
Well, it was like a open casting call. Who can juggle? Who can do a scarf trick? Basically anybody who wanted to go up to Canada and cross it was welcome. We left Ithaca, New York in the fall of 1998 with 3 cars, a dog, about 11 people, and we called ourselves Old Crow, and we hit the curb in Ottawa and then started working our way west.
All the way. Played
a lot of Indian reservations and First Nations communities up above Lake Superior. See, for me, it was more about, I love music and performance, but I also loved the travel piece and the kind of journey and the quixotic feeling of, music being a ticket to the Great American Museum, the North American Museum, and to be able to see all of the exhibits. The Wild West, the far north, the canyon country, the dry desert landscapes. My fiddle, when I was 19, brought me to see all those things.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite locale?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in love with all of them. I really am, and I've been around all of them. Here we are in Western Massachusetts, and I could rattle off 15 town names and reservoirs and rivers and watersheds and then mountains here. I've gotten to know the landscape of our continent like it's a songbook. And to me, every place that I go is a song. I don't really see the difference between, Foggy Mountain Breakdown and, Old Fork Mountain or Valley beautiful. Cruises, North Carolina, or whatever. They're all interwoven.
That's beautiful. Tell me, the band that you envisioned having when you were 19, how does that compare to the band you have now?
Well, finally, in year 23, I nailed it. Did you see those cats? All of us together, we're like the, 68 Mets or whoever the ones, the 2004 Red Sox, to put it in more local terms. We're a pennant-winning team, y'all, and we were always good. But I feel like, Jerry and Mike and Mason have, Mason was born the year the band got started, I feel like we needed Mason so that we could figure out how to work the remote controls on the bus. But anyway, the youth and vigorousness of the artistry in this lineup that really took the pandemic to help us foster. This is what I've been waiting for all these years. And they were great all along the way too. When and I miss all my old compatriots. I miss them dearly. And it's a different, it's a different band, but then again, it's not. It's the same because it's still me in love with America and, rambling it, thumbing it, loving it. It's, it's like a dating game and you're just constantly on.
Right. I love that. You came out with an album this year. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, our record Paint This Town came out in April on ATO Records, and we're really excited about it. It's kind of the representation of the feelings that I have for this lineup and all this wonderful new original music. And one of the biggest differences in this record is the full kit. We always dabbled with drums. Gillian Welch was the first person to play drums on an Old Crow record. We always loved the kind of hybridized old-time mountain music meets rock and roll sound and styling. But now we've hired a really great and professional drummer, Jerry Pentecost, and not only a drummer, Jerry's now playing mandolin, he's playing bones, he's playing washboard, he's singing, he's writing songs. So the inclusion of Jerry Pentecost has been a real shot in the arm.
What do you see for the future of the genre and for the future of the band?
Well, I think the genre's doing real good. I mean, they got their whole damn spiel they got their whole section at the buffet now, you know? It's like it used to be just banana pudding, and now you can get it all which way. And that's cool. I mean, I'm glad to have been we got in at the ground floor when I could count on my hand the number of 19-year-old banjo players who wanted to, traipse across the nation. And now it seems like that's a commodity that could be traded in. But I'm glad to have helped propagate the music. I mean, this is the line of work where you care more about selling harmonicas than records. Because we are, Johnny Appleseeds up here in the Old Crow Medicine Show. Each one of us out there trying to not sell ourselves, but to invite everybody to join the circle.
And so what do we have to look forward to from Ketch and from Old Crow Medicine Show?
Well, we'll put a new record out again soon, and the circle of life continues.
All the way. Well, I can't wait to hear the new music. Thank you so much for being in here with us in our makeshift studio. And yeah, you're the best, Ketch. Thank you.
Thanks.
1, 2, 3, 4. DeFord was a man, that's along with him. Rode on that harp of night and day. How he well on the breeze to his lips would bleed. Play till the Lord knows when. Just a little baby boy with a silver toy and a polio strike and fire wind. That 4'9", just one of his kind, as great as there ever been. Blow, blow, DeFord, blow. Play the Pan American. Oh, where did you go? DeFord, baby, rise again. Rise, gals, gents, for the show to come. There's a good natured riot on the air. But old DeFord don't lose with those muscles blues. It grows out everywhere. Like a fox chasing game, he was blackballed in shame. Stripped out the silver from his hair. Now his left hand lies and dollars shine, singing, "Oh Lord, ain't I a man?" Blow, blow, DeFord, blow. Play that Pan American. Whoa, where did you go? DeFord, baby, rise again. But then he played that last note in the manner they wrote. Must have been those ice water blues. Now up in Greenwood you'll find a spot for a footnote. For our city's biggest shame, they whitewash his name. For that kind of sin there ain't no excuse. Blow, blow, DeFord, blow. Play the Pan American. Oh, where did you go? DeFord, baby, rise again. Blow, blow, DeFord, blow. Playing up in glory land. Blow, where did you go? DeFord, baby, rise again. DeFord, baby, rise again. DeFord, baby, rise up. Yeah. The harmonica wizard.
Hey stunning people, it's Beane. Make sure to check out the Salt Lick Sessions YouTube channel and subscribe.